Yo, what is up? This is DevineYGO, and so I haven't uploaded anything in a long time. Kind of been off and on with the game. I've been playing very casually these days. So this is gonna be an update to my ninja deck. I actually have a few more deck updates that I want to upload, but this is the first one I wanted to start with, just because ninjas was like my all-time favorite deck for like the longest time. But anyways, yeah, let's just get right into it, and yeah. First off, we got triple copies of Hanzo. This is standard, searches out your ninjutsu arts and your ninjas. We got triple copies of Mitsu. Special summons itself if you control a ninja monster or a face down monster. And I believe it's the only ninja card that can actually negate effects. We got triple copies of Tabari. Tabari is what helps us quick fuse on our opponent's turn. Play 2 copies of Geo. I know most run only 1, but I like having 2 in case I draw into the first one, because if you draw into a Geo, you can't special summon Geo with any of your ninjutsu arts, like Dancing Leaves. You can't use Mazen's effect to summon him out. So yeah, I like playing double copies of Geo, and plus sometimes double Geo does come up. And I play 2 copies of Twilight Ninja Jogen. It's a free special summon as long as you reveal a ninjutsu art from your hand. And the combo I like doing actually involves Jogen. I originally ran 3, but I decided to cut it down to 2 because the third one was a little bricky. Because if you don't see a ninjutsu art card in your hand along with Jogen, then Jogen's just a dead card. And then for the one-ofs, I play 1 Kagero. I think it's a solid one-of. I don't think you need to run more than 1. 1 Green Ninja. I actually like the idea of playing multiple Green Ninja, but 1 has been perfectly fine for me so far. So, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm just keeping it at 1. And then 1 copy of Baku. Recycles your ninjas and your ninjutsu arts when it's special summoned, or flip face up. 1 copy of the Twilight Ninja Nichiren the Chunin. I like having this card as an option to go into with Mazen, so I can use Mazen's effect, summon out the Chunin from the deck, and it gives me destruction protection by simply discarding a ninja monster. I do play 1 copy of White Dragon Ninja. This was because I decided to mainboard this. This was originally in the sideboard, which you could argue you could just put it in the sideboard. But I decided to main it because if your opponent blows up your back row, then yeah, you're gonna be struggling. Because like, what's a ninja deck without the back row? Like for example, like if they have, or like if you have to, if they decide to blow up your Dancing Leaves in the back, you want to make the most of it, so you flip it, activate it, tribute a ninja or a face down monster on the field, and summon out White Dragon Ninja. White Dragon Ninja will protect the Dancing Leaves, so you can still use the recycle effect at least from it. Or you can even bounce itself back during another turn. Yeah, White Dragon Ninja is just, I've been Lightning Stormed and Harpied way too many times during game 1, so yeah, I decided to main it. And then the last monster, I play 1 copy of Sazank. This is part of the combo with Duplication, which involves the Twilight Ninja Jogen, which I will show later. For the spells, triple copies of Notebook of Mystery. This card is actually insane for ninjas. This is like one of the best supports that Ninja has actually gotten. You can only activate it if your opponent controls a card, but it allows you to set up to 1 ninja monster and up to 1 ninjutsu art, spell or trap, except Notebook of Mystery. And these cards come from your deck and or graveyard, but only 1 can come from each. Really good, helps you literally recycle, helps you in the grind game, and yeah, it's just an overall really good card. Next I'm playing 2 copies of Iron Digger. You could argue you could play 1, but I personally just really like the second one. It comes up enough for me to keep the second one. The ratios on this, it's just personal preference. And I'm playing 1 copy of the Hidden Village. Originally, I was on the Tenchi Kaime, the new field spell for ninjas, but I noticed in my games that most of the time I wasn't really utilizing it. I figured I'd just get the original field spell and use it as just, or like searching it out for like protection instead of going for like offensive plays. Because ninjas, they don't really care what your opponent builds, like what boards they build. As long as you can swing directly with Mazen's effect, then it doesn't really matter what they have. So having the protection is just overall better for me, personally. And then for staples, we got 1 reinforcement, 1 called by, 1 instant fusion, and then I play triple copies of Book of Moon. So Book of Moon plus Dancing Leaves is actually a decent interruption. Because Book of Moon, obviously you get to Book of Moon or flip face down one of your opponent's monsters, and then you can use Dancing Leaves, tribute their monster, and then summon out another one, or summon out a ninja. And most of the time, probably going to be Geo for another interruption. Next, I play triple copies of Triple Tactics Talent. So I don't own thrusts, so I'm just playing the talents. And the reason why we play talents is because this deck kind of hardcore loses to Ash and like Valor and stuff like that. More so to Ash. So if they Ash our Hanzo effects, or if they Ash our duplication on our turn, then we can triple tactics and try to, you know, at least draw into more stuff. Next we play triple copies of Super Poly. No interaction is great interaction for you. So, and like something you can do with this is that if you have like another, let's just say for example, if you have Mitsu on field, you normal summon Hanzo, attempt to activate Hanzo effect, and your opponent chains like Effect Valor or Imperm targeting Hanzo, you can activate Super Poly, discard a card from your hand, Super Poly into Mazen, or to your Yagoromaru. Your opponent will lose the targeting negation, so Hanzo's effect will still go off. I mean, you neg, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Or if your opponent has a monster on board, I mean, you can use Hanzo and one of your opponent's monsters to make whatever Super Poly target we have in the extra deck. So that's it for the spells. For the traps, I'm just playing triple copies of Duplication. If you can see it in your starting hand, then that means you can use Hanzo's effect to search something else, which is really nice. But Duplication you always want to see, so, or at least in your starting hand you always want to see it. And then I play triple copies of Dancing Leaves. Dancing Leaves is just, it's an amazing card. Allows you to recycle your, or not recycle, but reset your ninjutsu arts on the field. And then again, if your opponent has a face down monster, you can actually use Dancing Leaves to tribute your opponent's monsters for your own ninjas. And that is the main deck. It is 43 cards, I believe. And I play 43 because we have a couple of bricks that we don't want to see opening hand that we want to keep in the deck. So that's why I opted to play 43. So for the extra, I'm playing 2 copies of Saizo. So Saizo is just a really good card. It sets your ninjutsu arts directly from the deck to the field. And while it points to a monster, your opponent cannot target Saizo with attacks or card effects. Next I'm playing 1 Dark, the Dark Charmer. Darks are still a very popular attribute. I mean, being able to steal things like a Mirror Jade or DPE or, you know, stuff like that. It's just really nice. And then we play 1 copy of Boral Sword, just another OTK potential option. And then for the fusions, play triple copies of Yagoromaru. Yagoromaru at 3, I personally really like, because sometimes, most of the time you probably won't go into all 3, but there have been times where the third one does kind of come up. So I prefer to have the 3 just to be safe. And plus there's not really that many other cards that you can run in here that would be worth running. So I just prefer to play the 3 Yagoromarus. Next I play triple copies of Mazen. So Mazen you could actually bump down to 2. Normally I rarely go into a third one. I just play the third one just for the heck of it. So this one's just me personally, my preference. And then we play 1 Ultimate Great Insect. We can actually hard make this with Mitsu equipped with Iron Digger. And if you're playing against an insect deck, I mean, I don't know who's playing insects right now, but I mean, Super Poly target for that too. And then the rest of the extra deck is just Super Poly targets Mud Dragon, Garuda, Guilty Gearfried, and Predaplant Dragostapelia. So Guilty Gearfried is new to the extra as a Super Poly target, because I heard that a very common end board these days is Baron plus SP Little Knight. So being able to Super Poly SP Little Knight and Baron for Guilty Gearfried is really nice. Alright, so to end the video out, I'm going to show you guys 2 combos. The first one I want to show you guys is the 1-card combo with Hanzo. So Hanzo actually became a 1-card combo due to like all the new stuff we have. Yeah, anyways, so what you're going to do with Hanzo is you're going to normal summon Hanzo. If you get ashed, GG. Shake hand, next game. But let's say a Hanzo effect goes through. You search Duplication, set Duplication, pass turn. Doesn't look like a lot, but you're going to get more value out of this than your opponent will probably think if they don't know anything about ninjas. So you're going to activate Duplication on your opponent's turn during their draw phase or standby phase, whichever phase you want to activate in, tributing the Hanzo. And then you have 2 different options here. You can either go Mitsu Tabari and Tabari face down. So that way you have a Mitsu negate by flipping the Tabari face up and flipping Mitsu face down for a negate. And then you can use Tabari to quick fuse into your Mazen or into the Yagoromaru if you want a banish effect on your opponent's turn. But yeah, most likely Mazen. And then when your opponent activates a card effect, you can use Mazen's effect to either summon Geo for double book, or you can summon Tuning for protection if you have a ninja monster in your hand to discard. And then the other option you can go for is Tributing Hanzo, summon Tabari face down, summon Tabari face up, and then summon Green Ninja face down. So using Tabari to quick fuse with himself and Green Ninja to make the Mazen. Green Ninja's effects will activate, allowing you to Book a Moon one of your opponent's face up monsters. And then Mazen will allow you to summon out your Geo or your Tuning for protection, again if you have a ninja monster to discard for his effect. And that is the 1-card combo for ninjas. So the last combo I want to show you guys is Duplication along with your Jogen. So use Jogen's effect, revealing Duplication, summon Jogen, set the Duplication, pass turn. Your opponent's draw phase or standby, activate Duplication, tribute the Jogen. Well, Jogen will go to the extra. So you're going to summon Tabari face up. You're going to summon the Mitsu face up. You're going to summon Sazonk face down. And then you can summon another Tabari face down to add up to all 7 of of Jogen's level. So what this gets you is pretty much the same thing as Hanzo, but just like ever so slightly more, to be honest. So what you can do here is you have Mitsu's negate to flip up the Sazonk. So Mitsu will negate a monster effect, and then Sazonk can non-destruction removal one of your opponent's face-up monsters. And then Tabari again can quick fuse, probably most likely using Sazonk to go into your copy of Mazen. And then Mazen can get you Geo, or again can get you the Tuning, whichever route you decide. But yep, that is my update to my ninja deck. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments below. Again, I'm still very like casual competitive. So the deck may not be the best as it should be competitively, like with newer cards and stuff like that. And also, I mean, I'm also kind of on a budget, so I'm not gonna have like thrusts or like any of those like high priced staples. I work with what I got. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.